All right, so now, sometimes the athletes, they have to do their training indoors, and sometimes they have a small space in their basement. A lot of the remote programs I write, that's what they're dealing with. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna show a whole flow of a warm-up without having to really go anywhere. We did a sprint-based warm-up to get them ready for running, but now what we're gonna do is in place. So the first thing I start with, okay, is almost like a goblet squat. We do the prayer position, we tighten our elbows to our rib cage. I'm pushing in with my hands to get my chest activated and my lats. But what I'm doing with my feet is I'm screwing my feet out in the ground. So I'm trying to create traction, and I'm going into a goblet squat. I'm going basically knees and elbows together, okay? Doing 10, all right? And this will start to get your hips going and your pecs. And I'm probably pushing about 80% in here. It's gonna tie my shoe up. Okay, so now one of the things that we need is going up into this H position, into a full sprint position, okay? So I'm here in an H, so if you looked at an H, straight body, flexed, 90-degree lines, okay? So I'm here, opposite to opposite. And when I'm coming up to my toe, okay? It's like a drive, okay? Knee drive, just like this, okay? Same thing, I'm here, 1, and I think 5's good, because we're gonna be lifting, sprinting. This is more gonna be if you're lifting indoors, okay? So now, the next thing I want, another lunge pattern, is lateral. And if you can see my feet, when we do lateral lunging, it's with a push off. I don't want my toes completely even. It's very hard to do any kind of lateral lunging that way. So I'm sliding the side I'm lunging to a little bit further up, okay? So I'm going here, push into my sprint position. Okay. Good. You can go the other side, so you can probably see where I am. So I make sure I got a few inches ahead of my toe, okay? So I'm here, lateral lunge up. All right, so this pretty much is going to get a lot of your warm up for your upper body. Okay, so now if I'm going to look at lower body mobility, okay, we can do our in-place lunge and our Spider-Man position, okay, with just a knee tapping down, rocking back. Okay, every time I pump my knee back, I squeeze my glute. You're going to stretch your hip flexors, but I'm still getting my shoulder blades activated. I don't want my hands way back. So if I can't see my hands in my peripheral vision, they're too far back. So I need them where I can kind of see them out of my hands, okay? Sorry. So I'm just basically lifting my back knee. Okay. Now we talked about our lateral groin base stretching. All right. Side to side. Now, I do like coming up to the pinky. We talked about that, but I'm really trying my best, and you can look down at your feet to make sure they're straight. This is no good. We talked about this external rotation position. So I'm coming up here. Okay. We don't want to have groin injuries. Okay. So now when it comes to the hamstring, these are scoops. Okay. 10 is fine. Just get the hamstring going. Okay. All right. And again, this is preparing us for our lift. I then go to the ground for my hamstring. Remember we did that hips back. So now my foot's flat and I'm basically going to go sit back and then toe up. Okay. So foot flat, sit back to where I stop. Okay. And then toe up. Okay, sit back, toe up. Okay, and you probably do about 10 aside. So here I am, sitting back, toe up. Okay, sit back, high hamstring, toe up, low hamstring. Sit back, toe up. Good. Okay, you can also get your quads. All right, where I go same side and reach. Okay, same side and reach. So opposite hand. That'll get your quads. okay? And your lower body should feel pretty good. So upper body, you know, I like circles. We're gonna make this one quick. Going backwards, thumbs up backwards, okay? D2s, okay? Okay, chops, just like we did it. You can go low or high if you want. You can change those, okay? Elbow raises, internal, external, okay? You feel free to mix in our rock, okay? So our paper actually pushing down, or our rock underneath pushing up here, okay? So 5 or 6 reps if you want to do that. And then we can't forget our forearms. So you can do the squeezes, okay? Then you can opposite with the wrist extension, and then up to face, okay? So you do both sides, and then we have hand to hand, okay? So my hands push. This hand's pushing back. This one's pushing forward, okay? 5 would be fine where you're really pushing. Then you're going here to your face, and you'll pretty much get all of it in. You'll break a sweat and you'll be ready for your lift.